For this week's White Rose activities, you need to know all about angles, different types of angles, and how to find missing angles on a straight line and in a circle, or we often see at a point. We'll also be looking at angles in polygons towards the end of the week as well. So we'll start with a little recap of different types of angles. Here you can see an acute angle, a right angle, an obtuse angle, and a reflex angle. The smallest type of angle is an acute angle, and that is an angle that is greater than 0 but smaller than 90 degrees, which is a right angle. So anything between that is an acute angle. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees, and we draw a little box in the corner to show that something is a right angle. Right angles are very important, and we see them a lot, these 90-degree angles. A rectangle has 4 90-degree angles. A square has 4 90-degree angles for right angles. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. So anywhere between a right angle and a straight line. As a challenge question, can you have an obtuse angle in a rectangle? A straight angle is what we call an 180-degree angle, a straight line. You'll often hear questions about finding missing angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 because a straight angle is 180. And you can see here that if you put two 180-degree angles together, you end up with a circle. And that's why there are 360 degrees in a circle. A whole circle is 360 degrees. You can see on this picture that it's made up of 4 right angles. So when you are finding angles at a point or angles in a circle, you know that they add up to 360 degrees. A reflex angle is greater than 180 degrees, but less than a full circle, 360 degrees. So it's anything between a straight line and all the way round. In this reflex angle, you can see that it's drawn in which angle we're referring to. And the other angle that we're not referring to here, the one that doesn't have an angle drawn around it, that one will be either an obtuse angle, a right angle, or an acute angle. It could be any of those. So you can use that information and the visuals to work out what is a sensible answer when you're trying to find missing angles. So your first activities will be to find missing angles on a straight line. And as we know, angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So here we have an angle of 60 degrees. See if you can work out what that missing angle is. On this slide, I've added a bar model to help you try and work out the missing angle. We know that both angles need to add up to 180 degrees, and we know one of them is 60 degrees. So we have a missing angle here. So what I would do is 180 degrees, take away 60 degrees to find the missing angle. So 180 degrees take away 60 degrees is 120 degrees. So we know that our missing angle is 120 degrees. So let's have a go at one together. 1A on your white rose paper has an angle of 80 degrees and a missing angle, one we don't know, an unknown angle. And remember, angles have to add up to 180 degrees when they're on a straight line. So I've written in for you that the calculation you would do is 180 minus 80, and that would give you your missing angle. And you should be able to do that calculation in your head. So the answer was 100 degrees. 180 minus 80 was 100. Remember to do the same calculation each time. Take away the angle you do know, or the angles that you do know, away from 180 degrees to find the missing angle. Now have a go at this one that says D from your sheet. Think about what calculation you would need to do and what the answer would be. So the answer is 98 because 180 minus 82 is 98. So 98 degrees. D is 98 degrees. I can check this by working backwards. 98 plus 82. 8 plus 2 is 10. And then I would do 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 1, 18. 180. So I know it is correct. Now try to do the other questions on this paper by yourself. For the next set of lessons from White Rose, we're looking at unknown angles in circles or at a point. Remember, when you're doing angles at a point, that's two 180 degree angles together. So that's 360 degrees. So all of your missing angles plus the angle you know has to add up to 360. So for each one of these, 360, take away the known angle. For example, in 1A, 360 take away 60 would give you A. It would give you the missing angle, the answer you're looking for. So for 1A, you would do 360, take away 60, and that would give you your answer. For B, you would do 360, take away 170, and that would give you your answer. So have a think about that. Obviously, they can look different. You can see some of these angles are not drawn as circles, some are drawn at a point, and at the number 4, you can see has 3 different angles. So you would need to add the angles you do know together first, and then take them away from 360 to find your missing angle. So for question 2, Ron turns clockwise through 110 degrees. There's a diagram to help you there. On here, I've put an arrow to remind you which way is clockwise. He continues to turn the same way. He wants to turn to where he was facing at the start. How many more degrees does he need to turn through? It's the same sort of question. It's a whole circle. So whole circles add up to 360 degrees. What's the missing angle? For question 4, you'll see that there are 2 angles here instead of 1 to take away to find the missing angle. So if we add them together first, for example, 4A, 130 plus 70 is 200, and then you would take that away from 360. 360 take away 200 to find your missing angle. The same thing each time. You could also start with 360 and then take away one angle that you know, then take away another angle you know, and that would still give you the missing angle that you don't know.